Well, I'm no good at keeping secrets, but I can finally let this cat out of the bag. We have got the Naughty 40 2.0 replacement vehicle, and it is sick. But before I reveal it, I'm going to take you guys back in time. Welcome to the 1990s. Nelson Mandela was just elected president, Google was founded, Mike Tyson bit an ear off, and most importantly, the vehicle that I bought to replace the original Naughty 40 was manufactured. The 90s was the prime time of automotive forward driving manufacturing, if you ask me. Solid axles, coil springs, disc brakes were rampant. GQs, GUs, 80s, 105s, Jeeps, Pajeros, and everything in between. This was the era I knew I had to buy the replacement vehicle from. Welcome back to real time though. We haven't always been standing in this absolute pristine location though, have we? 2 months ago, the Naughty 40 was originally stolen from a workshop. The thieves cut through the deadbolts and took the trailer, the car, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Sadly, 2 months on, we've got no leads, no insurance, and well, there were no engine, no batteries, no loom in the car, so the tracker didn't work. What that meant was that I've had a couple of weeks to not only cry my sorrows away, but also start to look for a replacement vehicle, and that's exactly what I did. I love forward driving as much as the next bloke, and I knew that I couldn't stay away from forward driving for very long, so I started looking. Scrolling car sales every morning, every night, looking for the next vehicle to replace the original Naughty 40 with. And then something caught my eye. Not only was this thing absolutely immaculate, but it had terrible photos and a terribly written ad, which I knew is exactly what I needed because it would have meant that there was not much interest in it. And well, it came home with me that night. The thing that really drew me to this car, well, it was exactly what I wanted. It was a one owner, completely original, unmolested, bog stock vehicle that was going to be the perfect platform to start the Naughty 40 2.0 build on. And well, I reckon I've waffled on enough, guys. It's time to reveal my brand new build, the GQ Patrol. Just kidding, I would never. This is my new 80 series. Now let's dive into exactly what the heck is behind me. This is a 1992 model 80 series Land Cruiser, specifically a November 92. Now I'm saying this because that is a super important part of, and one of the reasons I was sort of attracted to this vehicle. Not only is it obviously the same color as the original Naughty 40, but the original Naughty 40 was a November 92 model car as well, same as this one. Now, in my head, it might not mean much to you guys, but to me, it meant that the original Naughty 40 and this one were in the same factory, getting painted the same color, the same month back in 92. So they're effectively like a little brother-sister car, which to me sort of meant the world because I really did really love the original Naughty 40. This being the 92 late model, obviously in 92, it has the bigger brakes and that sort of thing that the 90 and 91 and early 92 model vehicles didn't get. And one of my favorite things about this car, and I've said it already in this video, is that this car is a one owner car, which just doesn't happen in today's day and age in the full drive market. The guy that I bought this car off bought it new from the dealership in 1993. Like, unbelievable. He's got the full service history since it was brand new. He's always looked after it. It's got the original logbook, the original owner's manual. It's got all the keys. It's got all the keys, even, and we'll put it on screen here, he's even got the original credit card wallet spare key in the original Toyota plastic wrap. So this thing is just like a time capsule, and I knew I had to have it. It's straight as an arrow, the paint's immaculate, it's never been off-road. The underside you could eat off. It is so clean and tidy. It was the perfect donor vehicle. This one's manual. The automatics are junk, I think. I wanted a manual, and the interior of this car is particularly special because it is just so nice and well looked after. The roof lining is immaculate, the dash is unmolested, there are 0 modifications done to this vehicle. That alloy Bocar bull bar was added by the dealership back in the day and has stayed on there since. There are no 12-volt accessories, there is no holes in the dash, it is just clean, original, absolute time capsule of a car, so I knew I had to have it. You guys are probably wondering, hold on a second, what bloody engine's under there? Being a 92, is it an FZ? You know, is it a 1HZ, is it an HDT, is it an FT? Who knows? What I can tell you is that what's under that bonnet, it's the motor you want in your Land Cruiser, if you know what I mean. It's got power, it's got reliability, it's the one that drives the prices up to what they are. It's the motor you guys want to have. Let's take a look. This is where things get kinky. Under here is the quintessential motor that every 80 series owner wants, and this is what made this car so desirable and so expensive. Plus, there's gas struts, so if you're a 79 series owner, don't get too butthurt. This is the motor that everyone wants. The big reveal. Yeah, the 24 valve petrol 1FZ FE straight 6 4.5 litre monster. Yeah, that's right. You're probably thinking, Sam, you're a bit of a kid, and to be honest, I'd agree, and you're probably not alone. But let me explain why we chose this motor. We have still got an insane engine swap happening because, well, the thieves didn't get that, so them, right? And basically everything within the firewall to the front clip is getting put in the bin. So the motor, when we were buying this car, actually didn't matter. We obviously weren't going to go out and buy an FT80 series or an HDT80 series because people want stupid money for them. We're talking 30, 40 grand and they're all flogged to shit. Whereas this one owner, maintained, immaculate, gorgeous, looked after car, straight as a die and everything, but it had the petrol in it, which is fine by us because it's going in the bin. So that's sort of what's going on. But that being said, this 1FZ FE, I reckon, goes as hard as a boosted HDT does, even stock standard. So I don't know why these things cop the hate that they do, but what an absolute gem. The other beautiful thing about this engine bay is that this is so damn clean you could eat dinner off it. One battery, no dual battery, because this thing's a grandpa car, and there's only one lead going from the positive and negative side of the batteries. So you can tell that this thing's been looked after. There's not 1,000 terminals and garbage wiring hanging off it and that sort of thing. Mario is going to be very pleased from Amped Automotive that he doesn't have to deal with all that. And overall, this is just an absolute work of art under here. Almost ashamed to put it in the bin, but that's all right, can't dwell on that. Let's jump in the interior and show you that, because that is where this car also sings. Absolutely immaculate all the way around. Now, if you own an 80 series, you know that the dash is cracked, the seats get flogged, they wear out, the interiors go to shit, and well, pretty much all the dash gets mangled with aftermarket accessories, rocker switches, UHFs, tech screws, and everything in between. One of the favorite things about this car when we went and had a look at it was just how gorgeous the interior is. All original seats, all 3-row seats are in absolutely fantastic condition. The original center console as well is right here. Obviously the gear levers and all that stuff were in really nice condition. The dash, uncracked, all intact, absolutely phenomenal. And one thing that's absolutely hilarious and sort of adds to the time capsule nature of this car is that about 25 years ago maybe, or 20 years ago, the bloke added in this old JVC doubled in head unit, which would have been so high tech at the time because it had an aux input, CD and cassette tape. So yeah, pretty high tech for back in the day. And look, it still works and it absolutely cranks, it's sick. You're probably wondering, how many kilometers are on this car? This is probably why it was a little bit more affordable than other models out there. This has got 480,000 kilometers, so almost 500,000 Ks, but it really doesn't matter because everything that's got 500,000 kilometers is gonna get ripped out, replaced, and put in the bin. Obviously, we've got some pretty insane plans for this car. Overall, all the interior is immaculate. The door cards are fantastic. All the electrics work. All the automatic windows are working. The roof lining is incredibly, just the condition, I wish you guys were here to experience it because it is absolutely phenomenal. The only gripe on the interior is a tiny little rip in this driver's seat, but that's from 30 years of someone getting in and out of this thing as a daily driver and that kind of thing. So overall, I'd give the interior a 9 out of 10. This is just, you don't get them in this condition anymore. And what it means is that we've got a mint blank canvas to really start this next build on and make it a whole lot better than the original car, which I'm super keen on. So yeah, how nice is this? Going to be spending a bit of time in here, so get used to it. Now, even when it comes to the rear of this vehicle, you can tell it's been loved, looked after, and is completely untouched. Standard rear bar, the OG tow bar. These things do love to tow, although they do love to drink fuel as well. And even when you come to open this up, all the gas struts are working in perfect condition. This rear tailgate carpet that normally gets absolutely fed in pristine condition. The 3rd row seats in amazing condition. So much so that even inside these compartments, we've still got the original jack and the original 1992 toolkit from this car. such a time capsule and absolutely insane. Now, there's a reason we're calling this car the Naughty 40 2.0, and that's because we have got some insane plans, and what we're going to be doing with the car is sort of building the Naughty 40 again, but bigger, badder, stronger, tougher, more insane, more capable, more reliable, and just taking all the learnings we had from the original car and implementing them into this new build. Obviously, we came away with a lot of learnings, a lot of input, a lot of feedback, some things we loved, some things we didn't love. And this car is going to be a culmination of all that. We're going to partner with some of the best businesses, not only in the country, but in the entire global industry to create this monster. We're talking insane suspension, we're talking insane motor, insane interior. Absolutely everything is going to get touched, tray, canopy, all that sort of stuff if we choose to chop it, which we're still on the fence about. So this is where I need your guys' help. I need you guys to comment on this video right now. Take a minute, I'll even pause. Nah, just kidding, because then I wouldn't be saying anything. I need you guys to comment on this video what you would like to see with this car. It's so damn immaculate. Do we cut this one in half? Do we do single space cab? Do we do a dual cab chop? What sort of suspension do you guys want to see? What sort of wheels and tires and all that sort of thing? I need some input. I asked for your input on Instagram and I got it, and it led us to this. Now I need your guys' input over here on the YouTube channel in the comments below what you guys would like to see. Do we do scrubbies? Do we do not do scrubbies like we did on the original car? We're going Treps, are we doing this, are we doing that? You let me know. You guys have the power. Anyway, let's jump out, take one final look at this thing, and then potentially we'll go test it off-road.